Friday night baseball from the K. Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the Houston Astros and the Kansas City Royals. Rogers Hornsby, one of the league's top power hitters, looks to gain ground in the home run race. Next. Danny Duffy gets the call for game one of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
One of the things that jumps out, if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a
Standing in, Ted Williams is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game.
Williams.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Oh, and he misses it. And a great job to stick with it as he's able to make the play for the third out. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. The Royals will get their chance now in a scoreless ball game. Lefty Grove gets the start for Houston in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy has really good stuff, and he's commanding his off-speed pitches like he was in his last one. He threw the ball really well, picking up the win and allowing only 2 runs. If he brings that stuff back in this one, it could be back-to-back powerhouse performances.
Leading off for the Astros.
Standing in, Ted Williams comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Doesn't catch the outside corner. It's a ball.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
2-0 count, the pitch. Now a drive out to left center field. Running hard, he's digging for second. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
You always want to start an inning off with a bang, and I'd say this qualifies. He gets a fastball and doesn't try to do too much with it. Goes with it to the opposite field towards the gap and picks up the leadoff double.
Into the box now, Rogers Hornsby. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard. This AB.
He's got it. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. So striding forward now, Stan Musial. He drew a walk his first time up.
Stan Musial.
Duffy sets. Here's the 0-1. This is pulled into right. And that's in there. Base hit. Now at the plate, Yadier Molina.
The catcher, number 4, Yadier Molina.
A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. Stepping in, Eddie Matthews. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Matthews.
The set and the 1-1 is put in play to the right side of the infield. Reined in. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4, and we are tied 0-0. Next will be the designated hitter, Ted Williams. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Williams.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Soler is there. He's got it 1 away. Ready once again, Ted Williams. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Fouled away. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. The 1-2. Hit sharply on the ground. He's right there. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Pitching certainly has been on display in this one, and there's the evidence of it right there. 1-0 our score, as there are an awful lot of zeros on that line score to this point. Star of the night for the Royals, well, it was this man right here, Alex Gordon. Talk about a worthy recipient. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he played a nice game out there, as did some of his teammates, but he seemed to be the biggest difference maker, so he gets the nod in this one.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. The Kansas City Royals came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Heath Fillmyer earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Kansas City Royals. 3 runs on 7 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 34 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
MLB The Show has Saturday night baseball from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Houston Astros and the Kansas City Royals. Lou Gehrig, with less than a month to play, the man who sits atop the home run leaderboard looks to add some insurance to his lead next. Brad Keller is on the mound for Game 2. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits, and too many walks. He needs...
Now in the box, Lou Gehrig. His squad has put together a strong year, and his home run production has certainly been a big part of it.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's been the bright spot for this team. Anytime in a big spot they've needed a big knock, he has seemed to be the guy, and rightfully so. As we get down to the tight games at the end of the season, his offensive production.
The play's been made, and that retires the side. 1 hit, 1 left. And now the Royals get their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Babe Ruth, a Maryland-born southpaw, will be doing the starting pitching in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Boy, was he super good in his last one, a complete game shutout, a true gem. He certainly would like to repeat that performance here.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Lou Gehrig. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
That's a ball.
A ball and no strikes. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Right side, hit hard. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tuck, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
The 0-1 delivery. Takes this the other way to right. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his 2nd knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. Striding into the box, Rogers Hornsby. He drew a walk his first time up. The 1-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him, and he comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
Now batting, Ty Cobb. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Here's the 2-1.
On the bag here.
And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at 3rd, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Boy, this is a big inning, Bruin. How about back-to-back-to-back singles? The bags are loaded, and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking a donut off your bat on the on-deck circle and realizing all the pillows are taken right now. Major traffic. You got to stay within yourself, not try and do too much, and get a pitch in your zone.
And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Gordon going back. He's got it, and they get out of the jam unscathed. Astros leave them loaded. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Digging in, Lou
Now
Gehrig.
batting.
A hit in 2
Number
tries
4.
for him so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll go after the first offering here, although this looked to be well below the knees. It's strike 1.
Oh, man, he took a swing and a half at that one. I think some frustration is creeping into these guys, so he might have just been trying to get his guys on the board with one swing.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Well, we know what this guy's approach is. He's looking to go absolutely deep right here. I don't see him getting anything over the heart of the plate.
And it's fouled away. K-line aboard here at first with nobody out. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
So here's the
Now
Astros
batting.
cleanup hitter,
Number
Lou
4.
Gehrig. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Down the third baseline, but this is foul for the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit hard down the left field line, but this will be foul. 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error so far for the Astros. Fouled off. Line drive to left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
1, 2,
it's
3 go the
time
Astros.
for the traditional
But they're in front
7th
4-0.
inning stretch.
So bases are loaded.
Now
Nowhere
batting.
to put him with 1
Number
away.
4.
And in steps the Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig. First offering on its way. Hit
Hold
to
up here,
first.
hold up here, hold up here.
Scooped up. There's one.
Out.
Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. Back with more on this fine Saturday night following this.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. Houston rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Babe Ruth records his 18th win of the year as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Raleigh Fingers wraps it up for the save, his league-leading 54th on the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Astros, 4 runs on 11 hits, 1 error, and 13 runners left on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 56 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, the Houston Astros.
Afternoon baseball now on a fine Sunday from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Houston Astros and the Kansas City Royals. Stan Musial, one of the league's best hitters, looks to gain ground in the chase for an AL batting title. First pitch is next. Mike Montgomery, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last three starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Ted Williams. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. He's set. Here it comes. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball one. These Kansas City Royals entering play this afternoon, guys. They enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
Hey, thanks, Matt. You know what, D-Roy? You got to give this team a lot of credit. They're on the outside looking in on the postseason picture, but boy, they're playing out the string and they're playing out well. They're going to play this thing all the way to the end of the season.
You know, Dan, I can't speak for the pitcher side of it, but I have never been on a team, win, lose, or draw, whether I was going to the postseason or not, that had players that gave away at bats. You just will not see it at this level.
And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. Wagner leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Happ is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. The Royals will get their chance now in a scoreless ball game. Cy Young will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, man, this is one of the game's all-time best pitchers. Over 300 career wins, and he's been doing his thing for a long time. It'll be interesting to see if he can continue that solid work in this one today, Matt.
Settling in now, Ted Williams. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, man. He almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
0-1 the count. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. There's a drive out toward the alley in right center. Wagner rounds the corner and is headed home. And the runner will score from second. And a relay to the plate. And not in time as the second run scores.
You simply cannot offer up a pitch like this to a hitter of this guy's magnitude, especially with runners on the bags. He makes a living off frozen ropes to the outfield like this, and that one drives in a pair.
So digging in now, Rogers Hornsby, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. 4 runs here in this half inning. Shows bunt as he
gets
this one down.
On the back.
And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Well, when you're trying to move a guy up to third with a bunt, that's exactly how you want to do it. Make the third baseman field the ball. That way his only play is to first. That was very well executed.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Stan
Now
Musial.
batting,
He got on
left
top
fielder,
of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 0-1 delivery. Ran one in there as this is hit on the ground towards second. Oh, and he has some trouble with it, but the recovery throw will be in time to first. A good job that time of not giving up on the play, and the inning is over. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Digging in once again, Ted Williams. He drove in 2 runs on a double in his last at-bat.
Williams.
From the stretch. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Oh, here's a drive into the gap in right center as he comes through with extra bases. 1 run is scored. 2 runs score. Now the relay home. Throw won't get him.
Some guys just rise to the occasion when the lights are the brightest, and he's definitely in that category. He's been a clutch hitter all year, and here's another in a long line of clutch ABs.
Yeah, and that adds 3 more ribbies to his already impressive total. In now, Rogers Hornsby. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
And not easy to do in today's game. High velocity, exploding breaking stuff. He executed that sac bunt perfectly.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
As a former pitcher, I can tell you nothing is worse than having to battle not only the hitter, but the umpire as well. He didn't get some of the calls there, but there's nothing he can do about that now. Just got to go right after the next guy.
Now batting.
Digging in now, Stan Musial. A couple of ground outs on his batting line in 2 trips so far. Slowly hit to first.
Right here on the back.
I don't think they can get 2.
Well, it's really hard to complain about this one because that's one of the hardest double plays to turn. The first baseman has to deal with the runner headed to second, and he sometimes shields you from throwing where you want to make the throw. They should have made it, but that's a tough play all the way around.
Digging in, Yadier Molina. 0 for 2
now
from him so far in this one.
Yadier Molina.
Challenge pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score. Now at the plate, Ted Williams. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Ted Williams.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Bonifacio's under it. 1 out. Coming to the plate now, Ted Williams. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point.
Ted Williams.
First pitch on its way. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Happ going back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Look, it's easy. You don't have to look any further than the 5th inning to see where this game was decided. They put together a big rally and did everything down the stretch to secure this win.
12-2, the final score in this ball game. The Houston Astros led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Cy Young records his 14th winning decision of the season as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Mike Montgomery permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 40 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon, and we remind you to please drive home safely.